Management is a full-service real estate management company. Services include property management, association management, and real estate sales. G&H Property Agent Royal Ross and the entire team of professionals value being authentic, trustworthy, approachable, and offer a high-quality, customizable service for all your real estate necessities. Royal can assist if a property needs management expertise or is difficult to manage and needs assistance. He also specializes in sales and leasing of commercial properties. G&H Property Management, located in Depot Square Properties in Faribault. Basher's Faribault Center in Faribault is brought back by popular demand, the Belt Buster. 3 sizes to choose from with Basher's famous ribs, pulled pork, chicken, and brisket all included. It's a hunger buster. Basher's provides catering service for funerals, bridal showers, any of your special occasions. In addition to bowling, Basher's Battle Axes throwing game is available by appointment Friday through Sunday from 4 until closing. Faribault's Fun Center with awesome food to boot is Basher's Faribault Center. Go to faribault.com for directions and see a menu.
Fairway Meat and Grocery is a proud sponsor of Faribault Area Athletics. Fall is tailgating time. Are you planning your tailgate party? Fairway Meat and Grocery has all your game day party favorites with USDA choice steaks, fresh produce, snacks, and meat and cheese trays. Fairway meets all your game day needs. Shop online for curbside pickup or grab our weekly ad when you shop the store. Fairway Meat and Grocery is open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for all your grocery needs.
Costco Depot in Owatonna is hiring and they have new wages. If you have the desire to work in a fast-paced, fun environment with a diverse group of people, look no further. Costco is hiring people at the Costco Depot located in Owatonna. They are hiring entry-level position and returns employees in both refrigerated and dry environments. Their new starting pay is $18.50 an hour and after accrued hours and years of service. Top scale is $27.95 an hour with bonus. Great benefits for full and part-time employees. Apply online at Costco.com. Costco is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm heading to Moorhead to do Carleton football this afternoon as the Carleton Knights tangle with the Concordia Cobbers. Carleton received votes in the last D3Football.com poll. First time they've been ranked since 2008. So it's been a lot of fun covering the Knights. We'll have it for you on Power 96 beginning at 12:45. This afternoon here on KDHL, Roy Koenig, Mark Gelly will have the St. Olaf Oldies at St. Scholastica in Duluth on the airwaves. They'll get underway at 12:40 on KDHL. I start at 12:45 on Power 96 with Carleton football. Congratulations went to Bethlehem Academy. They picked up a big win last Wednesday, defeating Rushford Peterson at home 20-13. So they got the number 2 seed in their section, and they will be entertaining the Kingsland Knights on Tuesday. We'll have that game on Power 96 radio. Faribault Falcons lost the Cannon Trophy to Northfield. Of course, they were down to their 3rd quarterback, and they had a couple of punts blocked. Northfield lived in the Faribault end of the field and ended up winning by a score of 41-12. And I saw something, Royal, I have never seen before in a high school football game, or any football game for that matter, with 5 minutes and some odd seconds to go. Can't remember the exact time. I think it was 5:41. Northfield scored their final touchdown, and they took a knee instead of kicking the extra point. Talk about ultimate sportsmanship. Over 5 minutes to go in the game, they took a knee.
That is pretty remarkable. And, have you talked to the Faribault coach about that? How did he feel about it?
Well, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. That's hopefully coming here soon. I got a message in to Ned Lewis so that he'll be on this show.
It'll be interesting to see what his take on it is. On one side, like you said, it's an outstanding show of sportsmanship. They're not trying to run up the score. But on the other side of the coin, it might be just a little bit of a slap in the face. I'm not sure. If I was
kicked the extra point.
If I was the defense, the defense coach, I'm not sure how I'd take that. I'd like to be an optimist and say, I'd take it positively and say it's a good form of sportsmanship.
Right. But I think I would have let anybody on the team who's ever wanted to try an extra point, try the extra point. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very interesting idea. Hey, bring in,
in a game
some lineman. Maybe a lineman wants to try an extra point.
Whoever.
Yeah. Just have somebody decent hold the ball so this doesn't end up like Lucy and Charlie Brown.
Right.
But, have somebody, your normal holder hold it. And, yes, I like your idea. I really like your idea.
Wow. Royal likes my idea. Let's write this down here, the date.
Oh, no. There's lots and lots of ideas. I give you credit all the time for the things you do.
Masters, the Faribault Center. We're going to visit with Ned Lewis here, the head coach of the Faribault Falcons, who, I don't know, Ned, if I can remember a year where the team has been this decimated by injuries.
Yeah, especially on Wednesday against Northfield with the short week. Fortunately, we do get Bo Schroet back we'll get one guy back, and we were a little short-handed on Wednesday.
Oh, there's no question about it. And it didn't help matters either that they started in your end of the field every single drive in the first half.
Everyone, and that was a key. We had to try to move the ball and get first downs, and kind of messed up a couple punts in our blocking, and just gave them four drives on 35, 30, 30, and 25. So against a very good Northfield team, you can't do that and expect to compete in the first half.
No, so they got the cannon back, but hopefully you came out of it injury-free.
We did. We were injury-free. We got everybody in. Sometimes that's, just everybody gets to play in the last game of the year and move forward here with the second season. Oh, for sure. Now, Mr. Yetzer had a 46-yard touchdown run, which was kind of fun to watch. Yeah, he's been a backup all year. Braden Scholes has been healthy, so, he hasn't got a ton of carries, but I think he's got it right around 25 or 30 this year, and he's got some explosiveness. He's a junior, and he starts on defense, so Braden doesn't play much defense, so keep guys as fresh as we can. Yeah, for sure. And, of course, Mr. Yetzer's got to be one of your top tacklers. Yeah, he's top three, right up Owen Nesberg, I know, is up there, as well as Joey Steinberg, the other middle linebacker for us. So those three are all top of the tackle charts. So all things considered, you came out of that Wednesday game unscathed. Yeah, we did, and now we got 6 days to prepare for an awfully good Wilmer team that's been ranked in 4A all year. They lost their last two, but they play a tough schedule. They're 5-3. They lost to Hutch, who's ranked up in the top. I think they're 2, and they lost to Becker on Wednesday, who's in the top 5 also. So. They play a tough schedule, as do we. Yeah, you do. I mean, I don't think people quite realize the kind of schedule that you guys have had this year. Winona's been ranked, Castle Manorville's been ranked, Stewartville's been ranked, Byron was ranked when you played them. Yeah, they were, and all 4A teams, all 4 have been ranked this year. Stewartville's number 1, and I think you can see how tough our schedule just by what Castle did last night. They knocked off 5A Owatonna, and Winona knocked off 5A Rochester Century. So that just says, our side of the smaller schools was very tough this year. Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. Section 1, Class 5A has really only got 2 strong teams in it, that being Owatonna and Mayo, quite frankly. Yeah, and I think, Northfield will be the 3, and I think, they'll beat John Marshall on Tuesday and go give Owatonna all they can handle Saturday, if not beat them. That's true. I forgot about that. Northfield had almost beaten them the first time they played them. Yep, 21-19 game, yep. Well, what can you tell me about Wilmer other than they're very good? They got they're big up front. They got some good. Their quarterback's very good. They did graduate their quarterback running back combo from a year ago, and I know John Cole now, the head coach. Well, when we did the film exchange on Thursday morning, he likes his junior quarterback and running back just as well as those 2 last year. The quarterback throws it better than last year, but they're well balanced and well coached, and they're a good 4A team. They're going to remember what you guys did last year, right? You upset them last year. Yeah, I went up there and upset them. They were the 2, we were the 3. They were 6-2, we were 5-3, and that was one heck of a football game. Probably the best game we played last year against probably the best team we played last year, except for Hutchinson. So we'll see what we can do again.
Yeah, and Ned, you guys gave Hutchinson the best game they had in their own class last season too. You know, I know that was last year.
I thought so. Definitely for a first half. 16-6 at half, and we, stalled inside the 5-yard line on one of our drives. So second half, they overpowered us with their size up front. But at least for a half, almost 3 quarters, I think we played them as tough as anybody else in 4A.
Yeah, I would say so too. So what's it going to take? You obviously got to be mistake-free. You can't allow them to have the ball in your end the entire half.
No, absolutely. Almost a mistake-free game, a perfect game. You're going to still have your mistakes, but we can't turn it over. You can't, like you said, you can't give them those short fields because they'll take advantage. And just watching a little film so far, got to avoid big plays. They have big strikeability. And we can't give them any huge ones. You got to make them drive the length of the field.
Say those 2 block punts that you guys had, is there any rule that says you have to kick the ball in the fourth? I mean, you could just chuck it up and throw an interception. You don't have to worry about it getting blocked, right?
Totally. Kind of sometimes a third and long, that's a good strategy on third. And, if you ever at 3rd and 15, 20, just throwing up, you might catch it. You might get pass interference. If they catch it, it's as good as a punt.
Yeah, that's the way I was thinking because obviously the ball was coming off low off the foot, which it always does, versus a pass where you're throwing overhand.
Yeah, and if we it's Matt and Paul's first,
Oh yeah. No, I know.
Punting wise, and it's tough, but he did fine. We just didn't block the edge, and they weren't even rushing at our punter. They only sent 3 guys, so it was, just a mistake on our part.
Yeah, and those things happen, especially when you're playing a lot of young guys, and hopefully they're getting experience for next year.
Absolutely, and we've been playing. It's about 4 sophomores we've been playing most of the year, and good handful of juniors. So a lot of kids getting playing time with the injuries we've had.
So is Davis able to go quarterback on Tuesday, or what's going to happen there?
Beauchot got cleared this morning, so Beauchot will be our quarterback, and Davis is good to go. He'll be our backup.
Oh, okay. Well, you had an awfully good game defensively, did Mr. Davis?
Yeah, he'll probably be back at his cornerback position. When he was playing quarterback, we kind of got him out of there, so he'll be back on defense.
Yeah, he's a pretty good tackler.
Yeah, he is. He's aggressive, and he's a hard worker.
Yeah, I like to see that. All right. Hey, thanks, Ned. I certainly appreciate it.
You bet, and congratulations to you, Gordy. Your induction into the Faribault Hall of Fame, well-deserved.
Well, it means I've been here
awesome.
A long time, Ned. I've been here a long time.
A long time, and this is well-deserved. So congratulations, Gordy.
Well, I appreciate that. We'll see you, Ned.
You bet. Thanks, Gordy.
Yeah, Ned Lewis, he's the head football coach for the Faribault Falcons on our Faribault Coaches Show out of Bashers, the Faribault Center. Obviously, we had to tape a couple of segments here because I'm on my way to Moorhead to bring you the Concordia-Carleton game. Right here on KDHL, it will be Roy Koenig and Mark Yelly as the St. Olafoldies travel to St. Scholastica in Duluth. They got a long road trip. They'll start at about 12:40. I'll get underway at 12:45 from Moorhead on Power 96 radio, 95.9 on your AM dial, or your FM dial, 95.9 FM. And, of course, you can listen on the Power 96 app. And on the website, you can watch and listen on the Carleton College website. Knights remain undefeated. They got votes in the latest D3Football.com poll of the top 25 teams in the country. They got votes. They didn't hit the top 25, but they got votes. First time that's happened since 2008, the year when we went right down to the wire against St. John's in the game to win the conference and go to the NCAAs. We're hoping it comes down to that again this year. That would be a lot of fun, but there's still a few games that they need to win in order for that to be accomplished, and this is one of them. And I'm looking forward to bringing it to you on Power 96. Again, 12:45 this afternoon. I want to thank Bashers Faribault Center for being flexible with us today. We could not be there live for obvious reasons, and they allowed us to do this tape segment idea. We're going to have Royal wrap things up with yours truly right after, well, we're going to do that right now. Out here at Bashers, the Faribault Center, we had a chance to visit with Jim Beckmann, the head coach of the Cardinals of Bethlehem Academy. Boy, Jim, when I saw your score, I thought, wow, good for Bethlehem Academy. You beat a very good Rushford-Peterson team in your season finale.
Yeah, we've been improving every game this season, and talked to the boys all week about we got to come out and play very physical football. We have to be very disciplined on our defense because Rushford-Peterson, they're a great team. It's a storied program. Last year they went to state. I think they got to the semifinal game. They beat everybody pretty handily along the way, and the boys came out and played very physical. I think we beat them up front, which is the key to it. And then, big plays were going to be a deciding factor in the game. They had a big play for a touchdown where it was kind of a fluke. We had two guys on him, and he came down standing up, and my two guys went to the ground. But then we had a big play as well with a punt return for a touchdown. So that's kind of the story when you play really good teams. It's, who makes the fewest mistakes and who can capitalize on some big plays. And it was a fun game to coach, and certainly was nice for senior night for my 5 seniors to get a win on their last, quote, home game at Bruce Smith Field.
Yep, 20-13 was the final score, and it was awesome. The Cardinals, with that win, of course, you were tied with them, right, in terms of the record at the time?
Yeah, so, they were, I think, 6-1 going into this. Their only loss was to Fillmore Central, who's, the big dog in the section this year. So there was, obviously some playoff implications with the game. The winner of this was going to probably get the number 2 seed, and that's how it turned out with the voting. And of course, with that comes, home field advantage for at least the first 2 rounds if you manage to keep winning. So we'll get a home game on Tuesday against a team that plays 9-man. I think they're going back to the 9-man next year. They just so they play a 9-man in the regular season, and then they have to compete in Section 1A. As an 11-man team. Next year, I think they're back to competing at 9-man throughout the year. And then we'll get assuming, if we win that, then we get the home game for the following Saturday. And it would be a rematch if both teams win, which I'm expecting Fillmore or Rushford-Peterson to win as well. It'll be a rematch with from last Wednesday night, which always makes you a little nervous as a coach having to, face a team you've already conquered once in the season. But it'll be fun. It'll be a great game if that's the way things work out towards the end of the season here.
Yeah, and they get to make the long trip from Rushford-Peterson. You don't have to go there. They play Hayfield on Tuesday. Randolph is hosting Kenyon Wanamingo. We'll have that game on KDHL Radio. And Fillmore Central entertains Wabasha Kellogg. There are no byes in this section. Some sections, even though they have an even number of teams, they still give byes to the first 2 teams. I don't know what you think about that, Jim.
Well, it's probably been 5 or 6 years. I think when we were in Section 2A, there was only 6 teams. So obviously there's a real incentive to get that, number 1 or number 2 seed, because then you could, take that Tuesday off. You get a whole week to prepare for your next game. What we did was we would skip the practices during MEA break and let the kids go. But, now with 8 teams in the section, we just don't have that luxury now. We have to, practice over MEA break because we literally only have 3 days to prepare for, first round of the playoffs. So
we will have that game Tuesday on Power 96 Radio. Yours truly will be out of Bruce Smith Field to call that contest. Looking forward to it. What can you tell us other than the fact that they played 9-man during the regular season about the Kingsland Knights?
Well, it looks like they're looking at tape so far. They look pretty athletic. They got a couple of really good receivers, and they got a couple of running backs that, we're going to have to bottle up. So, we're going to have to come with our A game. And I told the players yesterday, and as we did our film session, that just because they're a 9-man team, don't underestimate them or look past them, because these 9-man teams in Minnesota, boy, they got some athletes, and they know how to pass and they know how to run. Just because they play with 2 less guys out there doesn't make them any less dangerous when they come to play us in the playoffs. So we'll have to come with our A game and pay attention and, like I said, be very, very disciplined on defense. And, we'll have to make sure our offense is, clicking along. We got a lot of big play guys, so I feel pretty comfortable on that. Defense trying to figure out what they're doing offensively is my biggest concern going into this game.
Well, Jim, games are won and lost in the trenches, and it sounds like your Lions have played incredibly well.
Yeah, we've just gotten stronger and stronger as the year's gone on. We had a lot of young guys, stepped up into those positions this year, and they've done a really good job. My two line coaches, Kyle McAvoy and Ross Carlson, have really done an excellent job of developing these young guys and getting them the skills and preparing them for game night. So it's fun to see those guys succeed. We got lots of, we got great running backs. There's no doubt about that. We got an exceptional quarterback. But if you don't have those guys up front, you can have the most talented guys in the backfield. But if they don't have the protection to throw a pass or someone blocking for them up front, it's real hard to grind out some yards. And we're really fortunate with the group that we've got this year.
5 seniors is all you have.
Yeah, it's of course Bethlehem Academy. It's we're a pretty small school. We could actually play 9-man ourselves. I opt to stay in 11-man football. So hopefully we'll continue to grow enrollment at Bethlehem Academy. Great place to get an education, takes care of your kids, and hopefully people see we got a pretty decent football program that we've got going again. So. Get more guys. Football is, as everybody says, it's a numbers game. The more you have, better off. It's a great group of seniors I've got. 5 really, really nice young men, that have really stepped up, and they've been the leaders on and off the field. And, every year it's just so hard to let your seniors go because you really develop a relationship with them. And it's fun to see them go off and do great things. And I had a few guys come back this year that are successful out in the world. But you always hate to say goodbye to those seniors at the end of the year. So I'm hoping that it's a long time from now before we have to say, have that final farewell in the middle of the field.
I'm knocking on some composite wood here. You guys are healthy, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's helped us this year. I only have 30 guys on the roster, so staying healthy has really been the key to our success this year. I don't have anybody out. I've had a couple guys dinged up that had to sit out a game or two, or they're a little, hampered. But at this point, we're healthy, which is probably one of the key factors in especially in a small school to have success in the postseason run.
So what are the keys in this game Tuesday for the Cardinals to advance and have another home game on Saturday afternoon?
Well, we got to minimize mistakes. It's the old coach adage. We got to minimize any penalties. We got to, hang on to the ball, and we've gotten better as the season's gone with that. We've got, fewer and fewer turnovers. We got to get a turnover or two, and we just got to be disciplined. And as I always tell the guys, you just got to go out and have fun. You don't do all this practicing and all this off-season weight training and going to camps and all that stuff because you don't like it. If you don't like it, then you should probably do something else in the fall if you don't love football. So go out on the field, have a lot of fun, and as I always tell them, it's a whole lot more fun when you win.
It most certainly is. Well, look forward to seeing you guys on the field on Tuesday. Unfortunately, if you win, we won't be able to broadcast the Saturday game because it's in the afternoon and we have college football obligations with the MIAC.
Well, certainly understand that. College football is great, and my feelings. I love the MIAC football. I think there's great programs, great schools. I certainly get that, going out and broadcasting a Carleton game would take precedence over ours, but people that are interested in high school football, they can come out and, hopefully watch next Saturday. Hopefully we're still playing, and it'll be a fun game, and I think the long-range forecast should be a pretty nice day. Yeah,
well, it's going to be nice on Tuesday.
Yeah, fortunately, originally I was looked like there's going to be some rain, but the current forecast says it should be about 50 degrees, which is perfect football weather and no rain. So it should be a great night to come out and cheer on the Cardinals.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, Gordy.
That's Jim Beckmann. He's the head coach of the Bethlehem Academy Cardinal football team, the number 2 seed in Section 1A. Again, they play Tuesday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. Our coverage will begin at 6:45. They take on the Kingsland Knights, which, by the way, is sort of my alma mater. I went to Spring Valley High School, and Kingsland is Spring Valley and Wyckoff combined. So some of the names on that team are probably Now probably grandkids of some of my classmates. Well, we got to wrap things up here at Bashers, the Faribault Center. Royal Ross from G&H Property Management. What do you want to talk about today, Royal?
Well, do you think we should talk a little bit about real estate, since we are a real estate company? Yes, G&H Real Estate, located in beautiful downtown Faribault in the Depot Square building, right across the street from the post office. We're on the first level at the very end of the hallway in Suite 110, so give us a call there at 507-334-3499. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about our sales division. We do have licensed agents on staff, and we do help people buy and sell real estate. The housing market has changed a little bit in the last probably 9 months since the Fed started raising the rates. I mean, you realize that the rates have basically doubled in less than a year. I mean, they've doubled in less than a year. Mortgage rates, home mortgage rates are up to 7% now. So that has slowed the market down a little bit. If you're looking at selling, your house will probably sit a little while longer on the market. We're still getting offers though. And if you're looking at buying, your purchasing power has diminished because of that big change in interest rates. So you may not be able to offer as much for the home if you're up against an income limit. So I did list a house just recently on a Tuesday. It went live, and by Friday we had a signed purchase agreement on it and everything. But I could just tell that the traffic in the viewing was lower. The overall interest in just the market. It wasn't this particular house or anything. It was a great little house, but just the overall market is slower and the interest is lower. So if you're looking at selling, give us a call, and I'll be more than happy to sit down again and talk to you about expectations and what you can do to encourage people to buy the house, and maybe the timing of it a little bit. But that's what we're here for at G&H Real Estate, is just to help you out in all of your real estate needs.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Royal. Hopefully we'll be able to get together again next week. Come on out, folks. You never get a bad meal at Bashers, the Faribault Center. They serve breakfast on the weekends. There's no Viking game on Sunday. Of course, the Gophers are playing prime time tonight against the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Have a great week, everybody. Again, a big thank you to the folks at Bashers Faribault Center for hosting us, G&H Property Management for being one of our sponsors. Also, Costco out of Owatonna, and Fairway Meat and Grocery right here in Faribault. Our Ken